Okay, well, out here we're almost at the end of March, and I thought I'd just go and take you have a look up at the water tank up there. So you got the reservoir in the distance there, the Happy Valley reservoir, built in 1897, I believe. Could be wrong, out by 1 or 2 years. So yeah, so there's a big water tank there. Might view it from another angle, but we'll see how we go. See if we can walk round and down sort of thing. Just filming the water tank. Just filming the water tank. Filming the water tank. This is the sort of soil look you'd be looking out for Pyfolia flowers, so you never know. There might be some on the edge of this thing. They've been coming back year after year, you never know. These sort of semi-disused sort of sites sort of thing. I might want to try and use the power of the zoom, but I don't have a monitor anymore, so I don't know, can I look through the... No. Getting quite windy, and I should have blue tack on the speakers and my beanie over, I think. Oh yes, it's definitely a storm coming in, so I would suggest that means you can see the dark side, the skies, but the bright sun. Yeah, change the season basically. And as you can see, we've got the reservoir in the distance over there. And the sound of crunchy veg and bark and stuff underfoot. That's what it gets like that at this time of year. And the build-up of waste combustible material, so you know we could have a bushfire really late into the season. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see if I can just go up this road and see if I can look down on the tank. Otherwise I'll just have to film it using the power of the zoom from a neighbouring property sort of thing. Because there are other water tanks in the area more closely related to Pyfolia sites, so I might want to explore those sometime this season. And yeah, I haven't got my hat today either, so yeah, as you can see, but the sun is magnificent, but there's definitely a storm coming in, so it might just chew out the end of the season. As I usually say, the season usually dies in the arse sort of thing, but you can get really strange towards the end of April. It can be like, you know, grey, overcast clouds, humidity almost 100%, threatening to rain but never quite does, sort of thing. So, you know, basically we've got another 3 weeks of this sort of topsy-turvy, unpredictable sort of weather. You never know what you're going to get, sort of thing. And then the season will begin and be upon us, sort of thing. And then you'll wish, well, how come I'm still on summer mode? I should be out there looking at the plants, sort of thing, you know. Okay, got some nice flowers here and some nice birds too. So just put this on spot gullen. Hopefully we're still on macro. So this is probably for Jason. Have I got the surname around with the from Hawaii. I think Jason Stevens or Stephen Jason, I can't remember. And there you go. Hopefully you can be impressed with this. This is one of these sort of semi-macrocarp species with these sort of knobbly seed pods in there. See the way they sometimes triumvirate, some sort of bivalent sort of thing. Some with a whole load. There's quite a range, but the really big, true macrocarp species, of course, are from Western Australia, and they are massive. They're hand-sized, you know. I mean, everything starts at hand size over there. That's what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. Got a gap in the fence. I might be able to use the power of the zoom here. So, here we go. I'll just take it off. Oh no, it might be good to keep it on spot, Cullen. Okay, here we go, fellas. So a number of these up in the Adelaide foothills, you know, applying pressure, of course, as you do to a wound. And yeah, we've got some really lax graffiti artists in the area here, haven't we? Nothing on the outside of them. Too scared to get their brushes damp, I don't know. I don't mind the ones that do a good job, you know, a bit of native veg on the outside of the tank, you know, and yeah, if they could copy something like that on the outside of the tank, I say fair enough, you know, no slogans or anything like that, but, you know, a nice bit of, you know, country life or something, yeah. But as on this soil here, you might want to look out for Payfolia flowers, because this is sort of country where you'll spot the flowers sort of thing. There might be some remnant ones growing on this sort of area, on this sort of soil. But now look at the bark on here. Let's go back to, I think we are still on spot gun, aren't we? Oh, on a knot hole. Yeah. Okay. And of course you got the various types of bark. They're now sort of 6 recognised. Just in the old days there was only like 4 types. Yeah. Bloodwoods, you know, and various 4 basic groups. Now they've gone to like 6 basic groups, depending on the bark and, you know, the bloodwood, you know, if it's coloured inside or not, you know. But that's about it, I think, for today. I can't think of much else. I might just film on the other side of the water tank. I keep calling it a water tank, but it's probably got a specific name to it. Yeah, municipal something or other. So, yeah. Well, we've got sirens in the area. Hopefully that doesn't mean we've had a bushfire started by a lightning strike. But it'll be interesting to note, sort of thing. So I put the frighteners on these kids, saying, you know, there's a storm coming. Yeah, might just be able to get a close up on the old part of the reservoir down there. We're going for a close up. Yeah, Happy Valley Reservoir. Can't believe that was built so long ago, and they did it so quickly too. Well, they had lots of labour, of course, you know. But we were free settler state, so when we had convict labour, we had to second it from interstate, you see. Anyway, that's probably time to pull out. Okay. Power of the zoom. Yeah. Yeah, don't know what's going on in South Africa at the moment, but yeah, all hell's going to break loose, I reckon. Running out of water and farmers being murdered and everything. It's not good. Not good at all. Oh yes, this wind really is picking up. Maybe someone's lost their roof or something. Trapped in a bit of a gully wind. So we do have gully winds at the changing of the season, and this is when we have the greatest gully winds, is this sort of period. As we cross over from one season to the next, you can get some really strong gully winds. So, you know, depending on... I just like the look of that, you know. It's like... is that the green castle, is it? Red castle, green castle. Yeah, so what is he going to replace Muller with another person? And he says, you know, I'm not stopping the investigation, I'm just putting someone else in there to investigate. Yeah, that would be an interesting move. Yeah. Two different heads of the investigator that go on two different pathways to get two different results. Yeah. Oh, I should have gone back to normal focus, shouldn't I? Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Oh, I was on something else, tracking or something. Okay. Oh, we'll see how we go. Getting closer and closer. I haven't triggered some sort of tripwire back there somewhere. A little white Peugeot van, we never know. Okay, over and out for now. Well, someone's left the light on, I think, unless it's just the sun reflecting. Okay. Anyway, see you fellas. Well, that's a nice house. I like that one. Okay, over and out, see you.